Hi there, welcome to my channel. And in this video, we are going to solve this problem, move zeros. And if you see the description, it is saying that we have an integer array and we have to move all the zeros at the to the end of an array while maintaining the relative order of all the non-zero elements. And we have to do all of this operation in place without making any copy of an array. So we have to do this program with in place operation. That means we don't have to consume any extra memory space. We don't have to create a separate copy of an array, or we don't have to maintain any extra memory space. So uh, let's see how we can do that. So here we have to consider all the zeros element and all the non-zeros element. So let's create an array first. We have 0, 1, 0, 3, 12. So one way is we can go with a brute force approach, but that is very bad. Time complexity will be very bad. So let's see some optimal solution. Here, uh, if we use two pointer technique, let's try to use two pointer technique here. So let's create one pointer which points to this location, and let's call it P, and let's maintain another pointer, let's call it Q, which is also pointing to the first position, and this P will always point to non-zero location. That means non-zero element, and this Q we will use to escape zeros, to bypass zeros. Yeah, so by using this two pointer technique, let's see if we can solve this problem. Uh, if you are able to solve, that means we'll be able to solve this problem in order of n time complexity, because we'll be going through the array only once. That's the benefit of two pointer technique. So let's see this in a program. Let's try to solve this. So I'm going to write a JavaScript program for it. Let's call it move zeros. Uh, and we have an input of an array, and the first pointer will be p. Let's call that pointer as last non-zero. This is more meaningful, and let's point it to the 0th index, and we'll have a second pointer. Let's call it q, which is also pointing to the first position, and we'll go through this array, and here what we can do, this pointer is only pointing to non-zeros element. So here we'll check if this position is not equal to 0. I'll put it inside if condition. So if it is not 0, then I'm going to place that value to this location, and I'll increment the value. So here what I'm doing, I'm just going through each element of an array and I'm checking if it is not equal to 0. If it's not 0, then we are putting that value to this position, and this position is right now, initially I'm setting it to 0th index. So if we go through this array, it will find this one value, this first element, and it will put this to the 0th location, and after that I'm incrementing the p value. So the p will be pointing to the first index now. So likewise I'll be doing, and at the end I'll be incrementing q value. Yeah, so at the end of while loop, we'll move all the non-zero elements to the starting of an array. Now at the end, we still have these values. We still have these garbage values. So if you see this visually, you'll have an after this operation you'll have an array something like this: 1, 3, then 12. After that again you'll have 3 and 12. But our desired output is 1, 3, 12. Then at the end 0, 0. So this person should be 0, 0. This 2%. So what we can do, we can run a for loop again here, and this time we are going to start our for loop with last num 0 at from this position till the end of an array, and we are going to populate this value with 0. Yeah. So what we're doing here, uh, so in while loop, we ended up at this position. We ended up, we successfully processed this position, and we ended up with this in this position. So in the next for loop, I'm taking this position and I'm going till the end of the array, and I'm populating this with a 0 value. So this is what I'm doing here, and at the end I'll simply return it. So everything we are doing is in place. At the end we'll return it, and I'll close the bracket. Yeah, so this is a simple program with where we just use two pointer technique to solve this problem, and I hope you don't have any doubt on this. If you have anything to ask, you can ask in the comment section below. I'd be happy to help. And thank you guys. I'll see you in my next video.